I'm a singer and songwriter, and a lot of my songs I wrote when I was healing, and I hope they're there for other victims, men and women that have been abused by narcissists. I'll have guys that'll hear my song, Don't Come Again. It's my first country song. And they'll say, hey, I've been used and abused by women too. And I know they have. I know that there are just as many female narcissists as male narcissists. The thing that I don't like to see is whenever men and women make it versus each other. Man or woman will be hurt by the opposite sex, and then a content creator will come out, if it's a guy telling his story, abuse he went through from his wife or girlfriend or a narcissist, or a woman will come out and do the same. And there'll be mean comments from men or women that have been hurt by the opposite sex. I like to make my content for everyone. And I hate seeing that. I hate seeing men or women getting blamed as a whole. I hate seeing that because I know that they're just trying to help people. They're coming out with their story and they're trying to help other victims that went through it. It takes years to heal. And I hate whenever you see mean comments where they automatically take a side. And none of us were in the relationships of these people online. A lot of people just assume. They assume they know. If I don't like content, I just scroll past it. And I try not to write anything mean. It happens to guy creators too. I've seen mean comments under guys' content and women's content, both. Please see this video here. This video was talking about divorce, and whoever the content creator is, he was kind of getting on men more with his video, saying that they were partially to blame for divorces.
69% of all divorces are initiated by women over the age of 40. Why is that? And I know that men all want to go, well, women are just not happy. Or we could look at it at really what the reality of is men stop doing what they need to do. You stop growing, you stop changing, you stop helping out, you stop pursuing her, you stop chasing her, you stop bringing her flowers, you stop taking her on dates. You stopped. She didn't stop. Most of the time, she didn't stop. She's at home and she's doing everything that she's trying to do. And she told you, hey, I need this from you and I need that from you. And you ignored it and you ignored it. And then now we got to the place where it's too late. And so many times I counsel men that are like, man, I wish I knew what I had before it was gone. Because once a woman is gone, it's really almost impossible for her to come back. Women are designed to be super loyal. They'll go to the ends of the earth and they'll keep going and going until one day they're done. And when they're done, they're done. And so men, don't allow that to happen.
I saw a comment here a guy made, and I agree with a lot of the guy comments. What it said was, not always the men's fault. Come on, man. And it had 29 likes. I agree. And there are toxic people that are men and women. There are female narcissists just as much as there are men. And this video kind of sounded like he was blaming men for divorces. One thing that I think plays a major role, and please let me know in comments if you agree, and let me know if this affected a friend or family member's marriage, or might be a reason you're separated. The thing that I think contributes to many divorces, back in the old days, people did not believe in Medpsyche as much. A lot of people self-medicated and never got help. And we're learning nowadays about patterns in families. There are many people in the old days, if they had molestation or something in their family, the pattern would get carried down until somebody got treatment and broke the pattern. It's really common in toxic families. Have somebody a few generations back molest someone, and it really affects everybody's mental health. One thing that I think causes a lot of families or spouses to separate is Medpsyche, mental health. Sometimes people aren't diagnosed, and they might have a condition that can make them really abusive. They might have narcissism, antisocial personality disorder, borderline, mood disorder, which I believe is bipolar 1 and bipolar 2, and then also different attachment styles, anxious 1, dismissive, avoidant, and a lot of the mental health conditions affect relationships, especially if they're not diagnosed and they're any of the ones I named. I myself have had relationships end, and I have watched friends and family with relationships that ended, and a lot of it was from untreated Medpsyche. A lot of people have the conditions I named, and they don't think they need help. I think anybody that has a pretty serious condition, that maybe they feel embarrassed about it when there's no reason to be, and a lot of people do not get the help they need, especially if it's the older generation. I see a lot of creators point the finger with men or women being to blame, but I think a lot of it is people hang in these relationships because they love who they're with. But some of these conditions are really hard to deal with. Any of the ones that I named are. And you go through a lot of abuse from the conditions. You might go through passive-aggressive silent treatment, black or white thinking, verbal or physical abuse. And it's really hard on relationships. People try to hang in there. Then you add addictions to things, financial or gambling abuse, drug addiction, alcohol. Or a lot of people kind of think that they have something wrong, but they're afraid to go to a psychiatrist. And sadly, because people don't get the Medpsyche treatment that they need for their family, it makes a lot of families break up. A lot of people that love each other, but they can't deal with the condition that their spouse has. And I think a lot of people still love each other and separate. And sadly, it affects kids. A lot of times people will say they're getting treatment and don't get it. They'll say it just to get a spouse back. I really do think mental health conditions or Medpsyche are a huge cause of separation or divorce. I think that's one reason my parents separated. And sadly, they always loved each other. My mom died from early onset Alzheimer's in 2024. And I know my parents loved each other. Trauma they went through, they ended up divorcing after 26 years of marriage. Whenever people don't get the help they need because they think nothing's wrong with them, sometimes they're embarrassed, and then people hang in for a long time if there's kids because nobody wants to be separated. Or you might not tell a family member about domestic violence because you want your family to like your wife or your husband. And I will see women be just as abusive as men. It's on both sides of the aisle. Please like, share, and subscribe.